Confirmation, we are live. And here we go. And we are back for the Winter Truck Series. The NNSCRA, Tuesday night action. Only two more of these races left, including tonight. Here for Myrtle Beach. Short track racing once more before we wrap it up in Las Vegas. We're going to be coming down to the wire for this championship. And yeah, Jack Myrtle, Nick Gunther, 2 points separating them guys. Still got Donlon waiting in the wings. 7 back. Emmanuel Hartnett, maybe a long shot. 10 back, but still very, very possible. And Zach has yeeted from the booth. Zach Rogers back up here once again. Good to have you again, my man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. We're here for some more short track action. The last time we went to a short track was good old Ace Speedway, and whoo, boy, did that race deliver.
That race, as AG would say, that race cooked.
Yeah, it was a certified banger.
I think we're gonna be this will be an interesting one here tonight. Myrtle Beach, a lot of similarities, I would say, to Ace. Maybe slightly longer, but all in all, I think very, very, very similar characteristics.
Yeah,
So,
I believe Ace was a 2/5 of a mile short track. This is a little bit more than a half mile, 0.538 mile short track. Turns are banked at 13 degrees. I think that's a couple more degrees than an Ace. The one thing with Ace, though, was the banking didn't really fall off on the straightaways. I think it was like 3 degrees less on the straightaways. That is not the case here. You're going from 13 degrees to 5 degrees on the front stretch and from 13 to 3 degrees onto the back stretch. So the corner transition will be a bit more of a thing here, but looking at the track, I don't think it'll be a big deal.
yeah, I think as tends to be kind of the case with these short tracks. I think trying to be patient and getting the power down on exit's going to be the way to go. Otherwise, you may be heading toward that wall. Very, very easy to do at tracks like this. But yeah, Myrtle Beach, night racing, of course. We're under the lights for this one. Yeah, this will be interesting, and of course, Myrtle Beach being a place that I would certainly love to visit in real life at some point in time. So let's see what we got here. Qualifying completed. Group qualifying, of course, and the long shot for this championship, but definitely with a chance at it. That is Donlon on pole, and quite commandingly so, 19.350. He got Cody Lamas beat by about 6/100ths of a second there, which I know sounds like nothing, but at these short tracks with these guys, that's a pretty fair margin. So Cody starting in second place. Jack Myrtle, your current championship leader, in third place. And then Josh Mercurio and Emmanuel Hartnett in the top 5. Then you got Sandoval, LaPlante, McIntyre, and Blake Warren. Nick Gunther, of course, doing his no qualifying challenge. He will be, of course, starting at the back. I believe he was the only driver who did not take lap time. So 10 drivers, so a little shorter field here tonight for this short track. But I don't think that's going to take away from how hard these guys are going to be racing.
Yeah, it definitely won't. We saw it with Ace. It's a short track. They're going to be racing their doors off. It's an hour of short track action. I mean, this race could very well go to the full completion, just like we saw with Ace. Slightly less likely here as the lap times are longer, 19 and a half seconds on average around this track at the start of a run, and they'll dip down to maybe a 20.3, maybe 20.4 if you really overcook the right front.
Yeah, so with a 200 lap set as the maximum, I think we'll probably be safe. Would be my imagination. I do have to give, of course, big props here to Nick Gunther. I was just thinking about this. He is only 2 points back of the point leader, and he has not qualified or set a time in any of these races. He has worked his way from the back to the front, and he is still within 2 of the championship lead. We'll see if that will fall into his favor tonight or not. Of course, Jack Merkel was fast at all the short tracks. But Donlon of Prad was also really giving him a run for his money. I think it's going to be really competitive between those guys. They can't count out Cody or Josh Mercurio at all. Mercurio still searching for that W this season, which is surprising. But he's still got 2 more chances to do it. Although, as these guys are winding out their happy hour, Zach, I know that you and I got something pretty big coming up here in just 2 days' time.
Yes, indeed, and I've got all the stats ready to go. I just want to touch on what you said about the short track stuff here, though, real quick.
Sure.
Remember, Milwaukee was won by Jack Myrtle, and a Speedway in a heated battle with Donlon of Prad was also won by Jack Myrtle. So now I'm not saying Donlon of Prad's got no shot, but I'm just stating some statistics here. I think it'll be another battle here, another great battle between Dunn and Jack. You could throw Nick Gunther into that category if he can get up to the front. We saw him have speed at Ace. Mercurio had speed at Ace as well. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's actually it. I thought I had another driver to name, but I don't.
No, you're good,
But
man. I
yeah,
will
as far
say,
as Thursday goes, yeah, I'm hyped.
yeah, I'm stoked. All I'll say is just that Jack also won at another short track earlier in the season. The name of the track is escaping me. Oh my gosh.
Another one besides Milwaukee.
Another one besides
I
Milwaukee and
think, yeah, I think you're right. I don't remember what it was either. I did not refresh my memory looking at the sheet.
you know what? I could do it like hyper fast, because that's gonna drive me nuts. But yeah, me and Zach are hyped because Bomb Squad Cup Series. We are finally getting you guys some coverage of that. It was South Boston. That's what it was.
Yes, South Boston. You're right. Yep,
That
that
was the
jogged
one.
my memory.
But
Yeah, so
yeah, that'll be awesome.
Jack Merkel, he's got good speed once again. Qualified third. Donlon of Prad on pole, Mercurio fourth, and Nick Gunther's doing the last to first challenge. And the thing about the last to first challenge, Andrew, is I'm going to get on and off track real quick here for these guys.
The same. Oh my gosh, I'm on pole.
I know, I was right behind you. The big thing about the last to first challenge here is it's not a hindrance. The amount of cars, well, trucks, the amount of drivers on track here average around 10. So when you start last, there's not much to worry about. At another league, if you had 20 people, I wouldn't really want to start last here if there's 20 people on track. I'd want to qualify. So the last to first challenge is simplified due to the amount of drivers that show up each and every week.
Oh yeah, that definitely helps out. I mean, yeah, you got this dedicated crew here, and they've been putting on a great show. But as we've seen, it's pretty much been the same guys week in, week out. Normally, we would have Seth Cole out here. I believe that he may be out on a trip, but he's tripping in the bus. But
tripping in the bus? Is he tripping on the stairs or against the seats with the kids sticking their legs out?
Knowing Seth, those kids would be having a great time tripping him up. We love you, Seth. We miss you. But yeah, of course, these guys are gonna be taking their proper starting positions as per usual.
So before we go green here, real quick refresher on your championship picture. It's Jack Merkel in the lead, 2 points over Nick Gunther, 7 points over Donlon of Prad, 10 over Emmanuel Hartnett, and 12 over Joshua Mercurio. That is the immediate fight. Cody Lamas and Anthony McCurry, who I don't believe is out there tonight. Yep, no Anthony McCurry. But so Cody Lamas, it has a slim chance. He's got to hope for a miracle here tonight, really. But he is 21 behind Jack Merkel. I think after tonight, it's going to be down to 3 for next week.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that the cream will rise to the top here tonight. But here we go across the start-finish line, and not green yet.
I guess we're going to go one more lap. So with that said, my prediction, well, not prediction, I'll say this. if you're Donlon of Pratt, you got to finish ahead of Gunther and Myrtle tonight. You got to win this race. You do not earn a lot of points in this league. The way points are set up, you have to inch and crawl. There was 1 week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Andrew, where Myrtle and Gunther earned the same amount of points. It might have been 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, actually. I might be mistaken. But there was a race where it was Myrtle and Gunther or Myrtle and LaPrade, and they both earned the same amount of points. So they went nowhere.
They went nowhere. As the green flag is out here, and the timer has started. We are underway, and yeah, I'm with you. Donlon Pratt is going to have to put on quite the performance in order to try and keep himself with the shot going into Vegas. He is going to lead the first lap. That is a bonus point. Bonus point will also go to leading the most laps. Cody Lamas trying to hold on to the outside lane and actually doing a pretty reasonable job of doing so thus far. He's going to dive it a bit hard there, though. That's maybe a little bit of a issue spot there.
You ever drive on this track, Andrew?
No.
Run a race here? I think I ran one race here a while ago, and I want to say it was in FTF's Xfinity series, their UFI series. I just have a very vague memory of running here one time, like 7 years ago, but I could not tell you how I did.
All I know is this is Hartnett.
You got down on those rumbles or whatever they are down there in turn one. Kind of reminds me of Milwaukee, where Milwaukee used to have the wall going into turn one, and you had to make sure you didn't hit the wall going into the corner.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. As it looks like they did throw the yellow for that, and indeed they did. Probably once Matt McIntyre got into him. So that will save Hartnett from losing a ton of ground.
Yeah, so those have a rumble texture on them.
Yeah, it looks like drainage, like for drain grates.
They're like little curb humps or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I heard the rumble sound effect. So they have rumble grip, which that's what spun Emmanuel out there. You know, the second he hits that, it's just pulling the truck down there onto the flat, 2 different banking. Of course, it's an apron, and that just looped them around.
Yeah, that's you kind of saw it there, just a little bit of a spin, and then you have a little bit of contact there from Matt McIntyre. I think, given the moderate damage, I think those guys should be just fine. Although, here we go, as I was about to say, everyone's coming down pit road, which I'm a little bit surprised at, but not Nick Gunther. He's gonna go, oh goodness! Jack Myrtle just got hit by the 48.
Yeah. I don't know if they had their stalls confused or what. It looked like Myrtle went one stall too far, and then Cody couldn't get in.
Yeah, I think that's may have been what happened there. Yeah, it looks like this track's got the random pit stall selection, or maybe.
Well, you got to remember they lottoed the actual qualifying session.
That is true. But Jack,
that is
yeah, that's a good question. Donlon Pratt will lead them off.
Yeah, that hurt both of them right there, Andrew. That's going to drop Jack and Cody down the running order. I think, in my opinion, I would have pit here too, because the thing with these time races is you don't know when the race is going to end lap count wise, because it's time, so you have to do the math in your head. And then, in my opinion, they went 7-8 laps. So let's say they go green through to the next cycle. Gunther and Warren are going to have to pit 7-8 laps before everyone that just pit. And then if there's a caution before those other guys pit, then Nick Gunther and Blake Warren are in big trouble, because they're going to be 2 laps down, I think.
Yeah, you're easily losing 2 laps here, as we're going back to racing. Blake Warren way up, way up. Gonna bounce off the wall a little bit there, but so far so clean.
On the flip side for Nick Gunther, he just got easy track position, and the tires haven't fallen off at all yet.
Yeah, that's That is a very good point. And hey, when you're doing the last to first challenge, you got to deploy a little bit of strategy, and he's definitely decided, you know what, if all these guys are going in front of me, I've got no tire wear. Now let's go for it. Of course, down the Pratt now up to second. Josh Mercurio will get by Ulysses Sandoval there for P3. Austin LaPlante will follow suit. Get a little bit on the apron there, though, and almost lose it, but we'll keep it straight. We'll close there with him in the 48. Careful there. Woo!
That restart did not go as planned for Blake Warren, though. He got up in the dirty stuff against the wall. Tires heat cycled, even though it's only 7 laps. Heat cycled tires. Just couldn't get any traction in the middle of the corner for about 2 laps there. Dropped them all the way from 2nd to 10th place.
Last car on track. And yeah, but hey, we gotta go with the call sometimes. And Nick Gunther's looking pretty solid right now. Got a solid lead over the 74. Right now, both of them appear to be running fairly even as far as the lap counters go. Josh Mercurio, though, is really hounding the 74, though, here for that second position. He ran 2 tenths quicker than him that lap. So, I mean, yeah, we keep saying, like, yeah, you got the favorites as far as the championship goes, and that's kind of who we're watching for the win, but we know how hungry this 11 is, who said he is the reigning champ. Of course, the owner of the series. He wants a win, darn it. Through turns 1 and 2, a little bit higher there through the corner. May give him a bit of a run, but I'm just playing it safe for right now. Only 17 laps in, 7 minutes into this thing so far, and everyone pretty much 2nd to 6th. Pretty much under a blanket here. Cody Lamas at the back of this train. There's Jack Myrtle kind of biding his time behind Sandoval. All of them, of course, trying to chase down that number 4, who's still got a several current length lead as it stands.
I've covered my cameras. Lost them for a moment there.
Oh, did you fall out?
Yeah, game crashed on me.
Oh, maybe that's why I was losing frames there a little bit. It's like I was saying, pretty much like Coca-Cola and during the offline race that I recorded. An upgrade is definitely going to be needed at some point if I'm going to continue to do this on a serious basis.
Oh, Matt McIntyre spun out.
When the funds will allow it. Ooh, wow. Back straight away. Clear of everyone else, so they'll keep it going. And
good
still
rebound.
green.
Good rebound by Jack Myrtle here, already back up to 4th place. Charging ahead towards Mercurio and LaPrade, who I feel like at this point are just taking it easy. They know they've got the lap advantage on Gunther. Really no need to push the issue here. Still only 10 laps into this next run.
Yeah, we're early on, and from what we were hearing from Mercurio, and kind of from what you were saying, there's definitely going to be a little bit of fall off, but it's going to take a little while for it to start to take effect. And even then, yeah, you're going to have to be pushing pretty hard. So
about as hard as what Cody Lamas is doing right now.
I would
He's sending it into the corner.
And I've seen him pushing up the track more than a few times here. But yeah, he's shifting too.
It's over. Not this past lap, but the lap before that, Nick Gunther ran a 19.666, so that thing's going to blow up here at some point. I'm calling it. Sorry, Nick, I'm calling it.
A little superstition there, but I've seen crazier things.
I will tell you what, that definitely happened to me once, where I ran a 6.66 lap time, and then I blew up later. I'm telling you.
I mean, I will say that I have seen our good friend Jovan Anderson blow an engine from a race-winning position on more than one occasion, and one of those was indeed... Actually, it was the first race of the season. He blew it at Auto Club.
You see, here's the thing, though, Andrew. Jovan's a certified goober, so those kinds of things are bound to happen to him.
You got a point on that one. We love you, Jovan. We are certified friends with the guy, so we are allowed to say that to anyone who may be out of the loop with that one.
Curio in the wall there off 4. Yeah, no fall off yet, Andrew. They're all running in the 19.6 bracket right now. As I think we discussed before the race, the cliff maxes out around 7 to 8 tenths, maybe a second if you really push it on the right front, and the total run is about 90 laps.
Yeah, right now we are 28 in. As there's a nice little shot of pretty much the whole top 5 there from spectator camera going down the back straightaway there. Beautiful track.
So 28 laps in for Nick Gunther, about 20 laps for everyone else.
And right now, Mercurio running about 0.7, you have 0.7 there. Just under a 0.7 for Nick, so everyone pretty much under a blanket here. Jack Markle still running P4.
I don't know what happened, but Emmanuel, I think, spun out at some point because he was in 7th, and now he is 9th, 14 seconds back.
Yeah, I think we wonder if that curb may have got him again. Now, something that we're not really seeing as well from this particular camera angle is just how close they're really flirting. Excuse me, they're really flirting with that inside wall here in 3 and 4.
No yawns on the broadcast.
I know, I'm trying to avoid it, but
okay, so
this is what happens when you have to wake up at 6 a.m. for work at 7.
Oh, I hear you. So just to give our fans the off-screen recap of what happened to Emmanuel Hartnett, he was going into turn 1 on lap 22, overshot it a bit, was up high, and probably just got in the marbles, and it slowly looped on him. Didn't go completely around, it just slowly looped and drove him down onto the apron where he got it stopped, and then he was able to get the gas back on, turn it back right onto the racetrack. But that cost him a bunch of time and only 2 positions.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about Hartnett being 10 back, that there may be a chance. He, of course, won her at Coca-Cola as well as Charlotte earlier in the season. But yeah, he's going to need a bit of a miracle if he's going to get back up into contention for this title. Jack Markle starting to hound the back of the 11. Ooh, as they say that, and then he kind of pushed up the track there a little bit. Cody may have kissed the wall there just a little bit. And yeah, we're seeing them kind of, about a 10th off from what they were running just a little bit ago. Yeah, they're still pretty steady.
They've dipped into the 19.7 bracket now. Nick Gunther, though, holding steady. That clean air is king on the short tracks, Andrew. Well, that lap he dropped down to the 7th. So I was just about to say, he ran a 6.9.
Nice.
But
it had to be said.
now Dunlaprad's the one who's about 0.8 of a second faster that last time by. Let's see what it is this time by.
Looks like it's probably going to be faster again. You have a 10th.
Another 10th. Yep. Okay, so the cliff might have started to have been hit here by Nick Gunther, or the Dunn's just ready to put the pressure on and maybe get into clean air, because as a driver you can tell that when you're stuck behind someone, especially on a short track like this, dirty air is very much a thing, and it gets tight quicker and quicker the longer the run goes. It's one thing I've noticed a lot at Richmond in Cup cars. Whenever you're stuck behind someone at Richmond, it can get especially tight off of turn 4, because you're still turning when you go onto the front. So you're still turning, and it just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing on the right front. So that is one of the big challenges here at these short tracks, is getting into clean air.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Jack Markle's going to maybe look to try to get 3rd place here. Yeah, they had a little bobble there from Mercurio, and now Jack's thinking, all right, now it's go time. Let's try to get up there. Especially because, yeah, you know that he's thinking, like, boy, if this run goes on, it's maybe looking to rough him up a little bit. And that time a 10th gained.
Myrtle about gave Josh the old bumper there in 3 and 4.
Got some lap traffic up here. Hartnett and Blake Warren. There's the move.
Battle for 3rd now between Mercurio and Myrtle.
Mercurio's not going down without a fight here, though. Jack's going to try to keep the quarter panel or keep the nose to the quarter panel, and will do so. Artnet backing out. Yep, good play there.
Ooh, Cody had to hit the
Ooh, ooh.
brakes there to avoid running over Mercurio.
It was a good run there from Jack. I think we'll probably be able to clear him here on entry, and we'll do so. Whoa!
Man, Cody is just throwing it in there, and I think it's finally starting to catch up with him as McIntyre's
Oh,
around down
jeez.
the back.
That's not the right way to be pointing there.
But so now that battle for third cost Myrtle and Mercurio about half a second. So now Myrtle's going to have to start pushing back up towards LaPrade and Gunther here. Now, one thing that Myrtle can consider that will be in his benefit is not to push too hard, because once Dunn and Nick get side by side, that will draw them back to him.
Absolutely, yeah. And they were just getting by the 8 there. And now these guys are going to try to settle it back down. Jack's going to try to get to the inside here and should make the easy work of that, and will do so. And then, yeah, actually got on the throttle a little early there and went up into the wall. Yeah, Jack's, yeah, I'm with you. He's just got to play it patient here. Try to just keep the tires under him. And then maybe he'll be able to try to reel those 2 back in, or at the very least, just try to keep it where he's at. But keep this in mind. Now that Nick is up there, and if he gets the most laps led, and Jack doesn't lead a lap, the final race will swing 2 points into Nick's favor if they finish as they are.
Real quick, I don't know if your headset came unplugged again, or if it's your mic picking me up, but it sounds like either an echo or I'm a robot again.
You gotta be kidding me.
What you gonna do, though?
I think it's just OBS being dumb, because that happened during the Top Dragster Open Draft stream that I streamed on the AG the channel, and now I guess the 2 outputs for my speakers, I guess, are out of sync. I don't know. That's annoying.
Now there are 2 of me.
There are 2 of you.
Double trouble.
Maybe once we get to pit stops, maybe I may have an idea of how I can try to reset that and try to fix it.
Here's a reference for y'all out there. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2
of them. We should not have made this bargain. Everyone hates the Phantom Menace except me. I love that movie to death.
I'm with you there. I have a buddy in the community who despises the Phantom Menace, but I don't mind it.
There is only one thing from the prequels that I will say is justifiably hated, and that is I don't like sand. I don't like sand.
Yeah.
That line will always. Yeah, I'm watching him here. But no, yeah, that line is always like, bruh. Although I was also raised like when I was introduced to Star Wars. I think you're really supposed to watch them in the order of 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But I didn't do that. I went in sequential order.
I don't remember how I did it, but I knew enough to know to watch the original trilogy first and then watch the prequels. But I did enjoy the prequels more. I always found the original trilogy kind of slow as a kid. Very slow.
I mean, that was also during a time that that my parents would not let me see the scene of Anakin catching fire. That was too graphic for me and my sister's for me and my sister's eyes, apparently. I don't even know how old we are at that point. Maybe 10, 12, something like that.
Yeah, well, the movie was rated PG-13, but watching someone burn alive is pretty horrifying.
I mean, true. For a Star Wars movie, that was... and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I feel like even compared to the new trilogy, I feel like that may have been one of the most grotesque scenes of all of Star Wars. Not including, like, all the spin-offs and everything. Because there's too many of those to keep track of. I just realized we probably spent the last, like, 10 laps talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's time we get back to the race. Cody Lamas is all over Jack Myrtle for third. I think Myrtle's tires are burning because he's down to 20.3s. Just ran a 20.2 that time by. Our top two are running 20.1s, and Jack Myrtle has lost a second and a half since he made that pass. Cody Lamas is going to come in the pit.
Okay, interesting call here. 39 minutes remaining. And Cody maybe opting to...
He only went 50 laps, not even. Yeah, 50 laps on those tires for Cody. I wonder if they burned off. There were a few times where he had to slam the brakes. He might have locked up the right front once or twice, but he was still holding strong there behind Jack.
Yeah, he was looking pretty strong there. I just wonder
maybe... and here comes Myrtle now, right behind him.
I wonder if maybe these guys are just saying, you know what, we'll just two-stop it. Because I would have to imagine that, yeah, these guys will be two-stopping if they're pinning now.
I did look at the track INI, and the tire wear rate.
Oh, I see it.
1.28.
Josh McCurran has a flat.
Indeed he does. Yeah, it's down.
So tire wear is such to the point as Nick is
in. Yeah.
Tire wear is to the point that they're not going to be able to make it a full run. That right front's going to give out. Wow.
They hit the cliff really quickly. They made it, I think, 35 laps into the run, and they just dipped right into the 20s. Oh, we were talking about Star Wars.
But man, I did not think that it was going to get to a point where we were going to have to worry about them blowing right fronts.
Now, the interesting thing about that, Andrew, is Nick Gunther stayed out, and all those guys pit. And all of those guys, with the exception of Dunlap had to pit before Nick Gunther. Now, Cody, I think, had to pit before. I'm not sure. Myrtle might have just done it for strategy's sake.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
but Dunn is going to stay out here and just keep going. He's got the whole field a lap down. He is in prime control of the race right now, and when he pits, he will have lost some time, but on the long run, if it stays green, he will be unstoppable.
Oh, yeah. And given the situation that he's in as far as the points go, I'm wanting to say that, hey, it's what he's got to do to try to get up there with a reasonable chance and into Vegas. And he's running 20.3s, but whatever he's doing with that right front, it's working for him, and it's working beautifully.
Dunn will tell you he'll sell himself short. He will tell you that I'm not as good at saving tires as Tyler Mallon, but clearly he knows what he's doing because he is still out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's staying out longer than anyone else by a long shot. It's just going to be a matter now of when he comes in. Checking on some of the other guys here. There's Nick Gunther back to running kind of mid to upper 19s. Sandoval gets out of his way. Yeah, he's going to have a huge lead once Dunn does pit, but then Dunn is going to be way more likely to possibly make this thing on one more stop. Everyone else is going to have to pit twice, assuming, of course, also that the fuel window is kind of what we assume it is.
Throw the fuel window out the window. It's how many laps they can go on tires, and that appears to be 50 laps for Cody Lamas. 60 laps, I think, or so for Nick Gunther was how long Nick went. Dunn, I think, will pit here in the next lap or so if his count is about 60 as well, or he'll stretch it longer. And Myrtle, I'm not sure. Myrtle, I feel like, just pit to try to defend Cody because Cody came out in front of Jack, and now Jack is right there behind them, pressuring to get back by for third.
And that was a one-lap difference between when those guys came in. I know Jack's going to be rather desperate to get by this 48 He gets a little bit sideways. He's contending with the 96. And we'll bail out of that. Ulysses being whoa, a little close there on the quarter panel of the 48. Yeah, Jack, he wants this spot, but that's gonna be a little tough when Cody Lamas just ran his personal fastest lap of the race. And actually taking a look at it here, Josh Mercurio has the fastest lap of the race right now with 4:54.
Tell you what, Andrew, Donlon has found his rhythm. I just keep going back to him, looking at his lap times, and he is consistently running around a 20.3. He ran a 20.290 last lap. Now he just ran a 3:04. The lap before that was a 3:20, I want to say. Let's see what this lap is.
Keeping that consistency going.
Yeah, another 3:28. He is in the zone right now.
And if that right front's taking care of him, he's taking care of the right front, then hey, that's a mutual partnership right there. And
now keep in mind, he is losing about 0.7 of a second per lap that he has stayed out.
He is hoping that this thing goes green.
So when Nick Gunther is pulling up on him, getting ready to lap himself, as here comes Dunn. Dunn went, I believe, 66 laps on those tires. That's the longest of anybody. Nick Gunther, I feel like, went about the same, but remember, he had to pit earlier because he had stayed out on that yellow.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it'll be a matter of kind of when these guys are going to opt for their next set of pit stops. With 33 minutes and a half to go, Dunn is definitely going to have to pit again.
If you go to the pit lane 1 camera, you can see here, the left sides are up as Gunther, Lamas, and Myrtle all drive by. Dunn is out from his stall.
They even lose some other spots, too.
See, so Dunn is onto the back straightaway right now. Where is Nick Gunther?
Start-finish line.
Start-finish line, yep. So he lost half a lap staying out long. But he is going to do nothing but close in here. It might be slow at first as he has to make sure he can take care of the right front again the same way he did. But if he just stays consistent here, he will just chip away slowly, slowly, slowly. So he lost 9.5 seconds staying out that much longer.
Whoa. Jack is still out in the 48. 48 is not giving it up. Jack Myrtle was not happy with how the race ended at Coca-Cola last week. And looking to get those points back. Still leading, as we said, going into this thing by 2 points. Although right now that lead is... again, with Nick Gunther leading this many laps. Minus, of course, wherever they finish. They are basically tied for the point lead. I'm pretty sure as it stands. Minus, of course, with wherever they're going to finish. So, yeah, this is going to be coming down to the wire here, and then, yeah, just a matter of whatever Dunn's going to be able to do. He's not running, well, at least that last lap. I don't know if he was contending with lap traffic, but he wasn't that fast.
Andrew, I'm going to point something out because I'm watching him right now. He is saving gas.
He's trying to one-stop.
I'm not sure. There's 31 minutes left. I'm assuming if he takes care of his tires enough and he just clutches this whole run that he can make it all the way. But he is losing half a second almost a lap right now doing this.
Yeah, that's...
And for those that do not know, when you clutch, all the weight goes on the right front and you burn the right front faster.
Yeah, he's really going to have to baby it.
I applaud him for attempting this strategy right now from the get-go, but I'm concerned that with the high amount of tire wear that this might not work.
And with how much time he's losing. Yeah, who knows? You may even stay out, and then you might end up losing it, like losing lead back anyway. So, ooh, we got more smoke there in 3 and 4. That may have been Hartnett again.
Merkel's gonna try to get by Cody here for second place in the turn 3.
Yeah, Merkel's been really, yeah, Myrtle and Cody have been pretty much stuck to each other throughout this race and this run. Cody way up the track there, but is going to get the run off, so they're going to remain side by side. I think now with the inside lane for Jack, it's going to be just a matter of time. Gets the drive off, not
easy. Cody put it in the wall.
Yep, just that little bit, and Jack's now clear. So that's first and second for the top 2 in the championship. With Nick leading, Merkel second, then Donlon in 4th place, still clutching it. Not running that much slower at this point. He's, oh, well, I take that back. He just ran in the 20s. We ran in 19.8 the last lap. That time was much slower. I don't know. But we'll see if it works. We're halfway through this thing, a little more than halfway now. 90 laps complete.
Yeah, I mean, he's saving heavy, so he's definitely trying to make this work. I just worry that they're going to get to him by the end of the run. Of the next run that everyone else will make, they will end up being able to catch him.
I agree. Yeah, let's see. It's what do we say? Like, he is currently pretty much half a lap behind, almost exactly. His lap times are sporadic. He's pretty fast the one lap, even with clutching, and then falls off a little bit the next lap. Like, that was a 19.7, which is pretty stellar. Seems like he's finding his groove with this clutching thing, too, as long as that, as you said, that right front isn't getting eaten up. Checking in with race leader Nick Gunther here. Lap time's about the same that time. Yeah, he's just going to have to hope that he's able to make it and that these guys aren't able to run him back down after the fact.
I'll remember Nick pit a lap or 2 after Jack pit. So that's not much of an advantage here, but that definitely makes it harder for Jack to close in as he's lost another 2/10 that time.
Yeah, Jack might be in damage control mode at this point. He is well back. Current gap between those two showing 2.4 seconds. Oh, Sandoval, look out.
I was watching Nick, and Nick just drove by a truck that was stopped on the front stretch. That scared me.
Oof, I don't blame you. Hey, Nick just ran a .777. Do you think that negates the 666 he ran earlier?
Probably, yeah. One might think so.
He heard your warning and went, oh, let's fix that. I have not had a chance to fix Zach being a robot yet, and I'm so sorry for that.
I mean, this might not be a bad time.
That's fair.
I mean, I was about to start talking about Star Wars again. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, let's see. All right, let's see. Let me do this. Will this fix it?
It sounds like I'm doubling. Double.
So if I mute him for a second and then fire it back up, let's see if that fixes it.
I will let you know. I will turn the volume on my phone here in a moment, and I will not talk so that it doesn't double over my phone, and I will find out.
The bars on OBS seem lined up better now, so I don't know. We'll see.
You fixed it.
Hey, all right. We found a workaround. Sweet.
Now I don't sound like a maniac anymore.
Well, maybe a little.
Hey. You remember who else you know who's from Massachusetts, okay?
Hey, I ain't saying it's because you're from Massachusetts. I mean, hey.
I mean,
they're a bit of a maniac
too. I think you're attacking my Massachusetts.
Hey, they're a bit of a maniac too, and that's why I love them. I say that because they are right next to me right now. I love you, Jaden.
Knock him out. Anyway, Donlon Pratt continues to purge lap time here to save fuel.
Yeah, what's the gap got to be at this point? Ooh, yeah, he's flirting with disaster here. He's about to straightaway now.
I mean, he's got to commit. He's committed to this strategy. He's already lost. He's lost almost 6 seconds now just from saving fuel. So you might as well just keep doing it because you're going to have to keep. You're going to have to keep doing it. I think at this track he can probably save. We believe a regular run was going to be 90. So he can probably save 6 to 8 laps if he does this the full run.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, depending how much time that equates to, we've got 24 and a half minutes. I'm going to find where he pit again.
It was 33 minutes remaining was when he pit. That much
so
I know.
He pit on lap 77, so he's gone almost 30 laps now.
Cody's in.
So 60 laps, 3 laps a minute. That would be 20 minutes.
Ooh, boy.
So
if you equate that math to 33...
If you add 6 laps, if you add another 6 to 9 laps, nice. That's about 2 to 3 more minutes. So he's right on the number. I'm not certain if he's going to get it though. He might. He might be right on the number because you said he pit with 33 minutes left. So 90 laps is 30 minutes. Plus the 9 is 3 minutes. So he is on the number. He has to commit. He has to save the entire run. And
yeah, he can't do anything else.
He cannot give up the bottom, and he cannot blow the right front. The right front is going to be what counts. Jack Merkel's on pit road.
Jack is in. Nick is still out there. Still running decent laps, I will say. Despite even being in some traffic.
Here's my thing, Andrew. I don't feel like this is like a Hail Mary call. I don't feel like he needed to make this call, but he decided to do it anyway. So props to Dunn for trying this, committing to this call, and we'll see if it works out or not. Because I feel like he could have gotten Nick on pace if he ran the same strategy as them.
Agreed. Yeah, he definitely had the speed. I'm sure he was probably thinking to himself, oh, I can just probably go a little longer than these guys with the tire wear, and we'll just go from there. But I feel like it may have put him accidentally into a corner, and that now this is his only saving grace here, is to make it to the end. And I mean, if he wins it, then that'll put him into a great spot regardless, heading into Vegas, assuming Nick Gunther doesn't finish second.
So Nick Gunther pit on lap 63. So if we take away 3 caution laps, he'll pit again on lap 123. That's the prediction here. He's about to he's trying to lap Mercurio, and Dunn is right up the road, just 2 seconds ahead, saving fuel.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, boy. As Nick goes up the track there just a little bit. Don't know how desperate he's going to be to pass this 11.
Meanwhile, Myrtle has come out. He's well ahead of Lamas this time.
Yeah, that's huge.
Myrtle can just focus on running lap time. So right now, Myrtle is hoping that he can maybe save the right front a little bit and get in front of Nick.
Yeah, he's got to undercut him. That's really all he's going to be able to do. At this rate, I definitely think he'll be able to do that. It'll then just be a matter of Nick running him back down if he is indeed going to be able to. And we got 3 of these guys here that are still like who knows what's going to happen with them, because all 3 of them are on totally different wavelengths as far as strategy. Like, not even close.
A reminder that the season finale is next week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. They are running the SBP07 night track, so that'll be fun for the finale. Point situation could definitely be tight between Jack Myrtle and Nick Gunther, and then I believe if it continues the way it's going, you might have Dunlap also a few points behind. So that looks like it could be our 3-way battle as it stands.
Absolutely, I agree. As Dunlap is on the verge of getting lapped. I believe Mercurio just came in, and indeed he did. Credit to Gunther, yeah, he's giving this a good run here. Ooh, there was a lot of curb there for the 84 right in front of these guys. And yeah, here it comes. Ooh, unless the Ford goes up the track there a little bit. Yes, at least give Dunn some life for now, but now to the inside. And this is not for position. This is go a lap down.
It doesn't
Nick,
matter. Gunther's coming in.
Nope. No, it is not.
So prediction off by 3 laps. Nick comes in lap 120. He'll box 121.
Well, you were pretty darn close there with 19 minutes remaining. Nick Gunther into the pits. Now, how is this going to play out for Jack Myrtle? Is he going to get enough of an undercut that he will get by the 4? We're going to keep an eye on that for now. As Myrtle just got his lap back. Or maybe 2. Was he 2 down?
He was 1 down.
He was 1 down. Okay, so looks like he'll get that pretty easily. And yeah,
he's got Gunther. So he's got second place right now. Now he is only 6.5 behind Dunlap, and
oh boy.
I don't think this strategy is going to work. I think if you're done, you got to pit right now.
Just bite the bullet.
I think the longer you stay out now, you're just praying for a yellow. You need to pit now. This strategy is not going to work. Myrtle is closing in, and he's closing in fast. Unless Dunn thinks they are going to need to pit for tires one more time at the end, you need to pit here and try to salvage something, because
yeah, it's only 4 seconds.
All the time is lost now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I applaud the strategy call, but I think it was too early to make the call.
He's still clutching. I think he's still committed to it. But
I mean, he might just no way. He might be thinking at this point that he'll finish slightly better if he just stays out there as opposed to coming in the pit.
Or do you think maybe once Jack catches him that maybe he'll start pushing again?
I don't see it.
I mean, even in the time that we've just been watching this, it's a 2-second gain for Myrtle. I'm also going to keep an eye on the 4, who just got by Cody Lamas for position. Woo, that's an iffy spot.
He can go now. There's no one coming. He's got to hurry up.
Nick Gunther is going to try to reel in the 24, who's about a straightaway ahead, but will end up being on older tires at the end of it. Oh, goodness gracious, that is not...
Yeah, Jack Myrtle about took his bumper off there. Go, 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 go.
There you go. Ooh.
Oh, the yellow just got thrown for that.
Are you... Oh, my...
And everyone's got a pit. That just saved Dunlap. Oh my goodness gracious, Andrew.
And this race just got turned on its head. Unreal. I mean, that's save done. Oh, Jack's gonna be fuming.
I'm not sure. Moly. No, obviously I'm I'm not race control. But once everyone had driven by Matt, wow, I actually don't know who got that.
I'm gonna look at that. Holy moly, that was close.
If it's the first white line, give it to Jack. If it is the second white line, I give it to Dunn.
Oh, you're
I mean, they're
absolutely
about
right.
dead even. Apparently, Jack's gonna let Dunn have it. That's what it looks like to me.
You know, from this shot here, with that official standing there, which I'm pretty sure normally indicates the official line.
Well, I think they held pit speed until the second line. So that's why I think Dunn got it, because of the curve, the corner.
Wow. That's all I can say here, just wow. Well,
but I was going to say, before we had that crazy pit road exit battle, no one was hitting Matt, and once everyone drove by the second time, Matt was going to be able to gas up and go. But
they must have thought like he was sitting there too long, and it just made for a dangerous scenario.
I mean, Jack did about hit him. So, oh, Dunlop had an interesting call here. Is going to go to the top. So now that changed everything. We've got 14 minutes left. 14 minutes left. Fuel's out the window. I think tires are out the window.
If anything, don't want to keep them under you.
If anything, race control made this more exciting for us, so I'm not going to complain.
I mean, it was going to be just like a question if Nick could have somehow reeled in Jack. Jack was clearly going to get by the 74. Oh my. It always comes down to this, doesn't it? Well, here we go, as there's the jump.
Great jump.
Oh, but Jack's going to be aggressive.
Oh, I wouldn't pull down right away. That's a little ballsy.
It's going to work, though. Still got Cody Lamas up here, and he's been aggressive.
Tell you, one time I cleared somebody before a corner at Martinsville, and I pulled down because I was clear, and I probably should have waited one more corner because I got dumped.
Oh.
That was Tyler who did that, too, so it's okay. I dumped it back.
Well, of course, it's Tyler. I'm not surprised.
I jumped it back.
Love you, Tyler. Oh, goodness. Speaking of almost getting jumped.
Yeah, Nick Gunther is trying to get back to the lead. Nick Gunther probably feels a little bit robbed, too. I'm not going to lie.
The 48 actually got into the bumper of the 24. Yeah, Lamas, he's not going down without a fight himself, that's for sure. He's been not making it easy on any of these guys.
Cody. I'm waiting for that 48 to run over somebody. I know he's not trying to, but man, is he getting close.
And he got into the 24's bumper, and the 24 nearly hit the 74. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, speaking of which, look at this. Oh, he got right to him.
Oh, Marco's pounding the bumper on the crowd up the track.
A little bumping run there. Ooh, Cody's to the outside. Oh, look at him sail it in.
Just sails it into the corner. Yeah, I mean, good lord.
Oh, it's actually going to kind of pay off for him. He's going to draw even. Get second, at least at the line.
Ooh, Nick Gunther sees that. He likes what he's seeing. He goes up a little bit trying to diamond the exit.
Oh, Hartnett had another issue. Boy, it is not a good night for Emmanuel. Oh, no! You're kidding me!
He loops it!
That was by himself!
That is huge for the points leader.
Oh, my. That was solo. He did not get hit.
Yeah, he just sailed it in there too deep trying to get back to Dunn and clear Cody, and he just spun on him. Now, silver lining, that only dropped him to 5th.
And but with that being a single car, no yellow.
Dunn is either saving his tires or Nick and Cody are faster. Cody's going to get to his outside here.
Ooh, yeah, he got to the outside of the 24, and now he's going to do it again. And he's trying to take this race lead from the outside lane. Oh, no less. At this rate. Holy moly. Oh, goodness gracious.
They're both about running over Dunn now. I gotta
And
think Cody's right front tire is not happy, though.
no, oh goodness, Nick. Oh, Nick. Just about got into the both of them.
Look at the send from the 48.
Wouldn't it be something if Cody Lamas won this thing after all this?
I mean, we did say he needed a miracle. I don't
Yeah.
think he'll be in range, though, even if he wins it. But hey, at least he tried, right?
Oh, he's going to get a great drive off of here, though. Oh, my goodness. Talk about a dark horse that we weren't even really looking. Oh, my gosh.
That was almost cataclysmic. And Cody Lamas is clear for the lead.
He got clear. Cody Lamas. Boy, it's working out for him.
Less than 10 minutes to go. Still plenty of time here. You're talking another 30 laps.
Yeah, how shot are his tires is the question.
I mean, there's the answer. He just threw it into the wall.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you could cook bacon on that right front right now.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He's been sailing it. I think Dunn may have had the right idea here.
That right front tire might as well be on Mustafar.
Mustafar. You had to go back to the Star Wars, didn't you?
I had to reference it. Yeah, we were talking about it.
That was beautiful.
Got a full circle tie-in.
That was nicely done. The Force is indeed with you.
So I'm watching this, and I think either Dunn is going to get by Cody because Cody's going to put it in the wall, or it looks like Nick will dump Dunn before he gets a chance to. That's what I'm seeing.
I mean, this is going to make for, like, an insane championship battle. As I'm trying to find Jack, and yeah, there he is. His nearest competitor is half a lap ahead.
Oh, here we go. I think Dunn will get him right here. He's to the inside here in the one.
Going to the inside. We know that Cody's going to sail it. Can't be sailing it too much, because then, yeah, you'll have to back it up in the middle.
Don't do what Jack did. Don't self-spin.
No.
Sorry, Jack.
Whoa, boy, he's going to get clear once again.
Ooh, Gunther
to
the inside.
Nick! That was a send. Not going to pay off quite yet, but he's going to try again. You know, he wants points. He wants to capitalize.
Right
just
now,
under 8 minutes remaining. Look at Dunn.
I don't know about the pole point or lap sled points or all of that stuff. I know the max people usually get is 13, but right now, on stock position points, Gunther and Jack would be tied going to Vegas.
That is unbelievable. I am pretty sure Nick is going to get the most laps led here. Which...
It's between Nick and Dunn. That's a certainty, I think.
Now they're stuck side by side, and Cody's saying thank you very much.
Well, Nick's got to drive by. Nick's got it.
That's big. Oh, hey, we're getting excited here.
Oh, now
trying to... Oh, he's sideways!
Now he about pulled the Myrtle right there.
Oh, Nick wants it. He wants to capitalize and go into Vegas. Oh, that's contact!
Spit him out! No!
Oh, and it from Mercurio. Caution.
Well, that's... What did I say? I said Dunn's either going to get by Cody or Nick's going to dump Dunn, but I didn't say Nick was going to get by Dunn and dump Cody.
To the line, Gunther with the lead. Dunn in second. Some new life, perhaps, for the 24? Maybe.
That was really hard racing between Nick Gunther and Cody Lamas for the race lead there through 3 and 4. They were dead even. I'm actually kind of surprised that sent Cody around as opposed to just sending him up the track. Actually, it looks like Cody came down a tiny bit. He's diamonding the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But Cody comes down. Nick held his line straight. It's the tiniest amount.
Yeah, that was so slight. I think that's just... I hate to quote the line, but I'm going to. Short track racing.
I mean, if you have to pin it on somebody, I would pin it on Cody because he did come down like a tenth of a lane.
Yeah.
Pit road is open now.
What's the call?
This puts Jack Myrtle back into it. Myrtle, I don't know if you're listening, but your crew chief says put 4 tires on it and don't wreck it again, okay?
Hey, remember, these guys do listen to you. They're hearing you. I remember that from Homestead. He was saying that he was taking some advice of what you were saying. So these guys definitely got the comms open and can hear us. Oh my. Did Cody just too tired? I think
he did.
Out goes Nick.
No,
Clear of Dunn.
He didn't do anything. I think he just fixed the damage and drove back out there.
Oh mama.
Yeah, it looks like he just
he's coming back in again.
Oh, maybe a potential issue.
Either yeah, something wrong, or maybe he's figuring he
was
at fault.
Pit stall problem. I don't know.
Wait, or maybe yeah, you never know.
Gonna put 4 tires on it though. I mean, we know he has speed to get back up there. He's the only one who's really done a great job of ripping that outside line.
Yeah, I thought he was going to burn up his stuff and he was going to fall way back, but he was still staying competitive that whole time. But look who's third, and probably a little angry.
So Gunther's our leader, and yeah, Jack Merkel's there in third, LaPrade in the middle in second. We're going to have, I think, about 3.5 minutes here when we go green.
Yeah, they're still going to get them doubled up here.
I think they're going to go green next time by. So yeah, that I'm trying to judge off the stream here. Yeah, I think it's going to be about 3 minutes. So if they stay green, that's 10 laps of racing. No, more.
Yeah, we're at 3. I've got the live timer in front of me. 3.5 minutes right now.
9 to 10 laps of racing right here.
Oh,
all right,
boy. When have these things not come down to a barn burner?
We've had barn burners every week, Andrew.
Exactly.
It's the NNSCRA Winter Truck Series. It might as well be the whatchamacallit wine buster from Step Brothers or whatever. I don't know what it is.
The what?
The Catalina wine mixer.
Oh, man, Dunn had a good jump there. Nick's going to try to send it on the outside. He opted for the outside lane. Can he get clear? Not quite. He does. Huge right there.
Cody Lamas is already back up to 5th place.
Yeah, I think he was allowed to get ahead of the lap cars. Josh Mercurio is on the lead lap, by the way.
I mean, this is a sprint to the finish. You're going into the corner as hard as you can, and you're going into the sticks.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, great jump there for Nick. He's well ahead right now. Everyone hits the wall.
Cody's going to have to send it on the bottom here.
Got to check up there a little bit. Jack's going to push up. Thank you to Captain Cap for saying that was a good broadcast. We're doing our best to bring you some great action here. We got 2 minutes of phenomenal action coming up right now. Don LaPrade just closed a hair.
These guys are running their fastest laps of the race right now, Andrew. They're down into the 19.4s.
Mm-hmm.
Dunn ran the fastest lap of the race. Now Gunther again with a faster lap.
Oh my gosh, they were 0.02 apart.
Jack Myrtle just ran a 3.85.
That's faster than the pole time by 0.05 of a second. It was a 3.90, I'm pretty sure.
Here's the thing, though. These guys are all on top of each other speed-wise, so I think Gunther...
3-3-1!
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, around goes Josh! Oh, and they're flipping!
Well, now we're going to rack them back up. I couldn't even get to my point because it's a big wreck happening in turn 2.
It's not over, Zach. It's not over.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Joshua Mercurio's run is over because...
his engine's dead.
That Ghost Energy, Sour Patch Kids, all those Sour Patch Kids are sizzling right now. I mean, the thing's in smoke.
All those kids are ghosts now.
I mean, it's candy, but... Oh, wow, really?
That was... Yeah, that may have been the
Why don't you
darkest joke I've ever made.
leave the puns to me? Yeah, Mercurio just loops it here in the one, and Sandoval nowhere to go, and then they sandwich together in the old NR trick of you sandwich two trucks together into the wall, and they go flying.
Yeah, that's the usual physics there. And to anyone wondering why I'm not doing the scene thing, it's because whenever I transition scenes on OBS, for some reason, then an ad pops up over the timer, and I'm not risking that. Oh, quite the flight there for Sandoval.
Ooh, fake pitting.
Oh, we got fake pitting.
Cody Lamas went in, though.
So Cody's in, and no one else really, as there's the end of the timer.
This is a green-white checker, just like we had at Ace.
Oh my, oh my. And if I recall what happened at Ace, there was some calamity.
Anybody out there watching, don't forget to like the video, support your boy Andrew here on Top Dragster. We've got another one coming in 2 nights at Daytona for the Bomb Squad Racing League. It's gonna be fantastic.
We got some good treats for you for that one. We're gonna have a good time. We've got all sorts of info for you guys. Thanks to Zach and Tyler Mallon for that. We're gonna have a great time with that, and it is official that we'll be doing some Hobo Racing League races as well.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Thank you, Cap.
Don't worry about it right now because we're coming to the end. But you're gonna have to figure out your OBS because I'm a robot again.
That's okay. We're still under caution. I can fix it. Let's hope it works again.
Something is bugging.
Ugh.
I don't know if it's your OBS or your headset plug. I don't know.
Oh, and it ain't my headset plug because I've heard you this whole time. Whenever my headset comes unplugged, I don't hear you anymore.
That's okay. So yeah, something goofy. We'll figure it out after the stream, though.
It's my poor old laptop not being able to handle all this.
We're gonna go one more lap. Nick Gunther's picking the outside.
I don't think I fixed it. My bars seem to be off, but who cares? This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's not fixed. Who cares? They can listen to me in double style, you know? Alright, Nick Gunther on the top, Donlon Pratt on the bottom, Jack Myrtle in third, Cody Lamas is fourth on the outside. It's gonna get crazy.
Deep breath, everybody. Here we go. Green white checker, number 1, and a great jump.
Oh, Cody Lamas has the gates open for him here in the turn 1. He's gonna send it all the way to the wall.
That's a little too high. Good Jack filing in front of Hartnett. There's another big send there for the 48. Coming to the white. Nick with a comfortable lead. Oh, unless he goes up the track. Hold on, Cody!
On the bottom. Don't think he's going to have enough. Nick Gunther into turn 3's all but got it.
Oh, look at this send. Not going to be enough, though. Nick Gunther will win it. Into the wall goes Jack. Oh! Still got third.
And Myrtle gets third by 9/1000ths of a second.
9,000ths on his short track as Blake Warren just murdered everybody.
Big props, though, to Nick Gunther. Great drive all night. Got the strategy that got him the lead at the beginning of the night. Then he worked his way back by Donlon Pratt after that controversial yellow. Bit of contact with Cody Lamas, but it wasn't Nick's fault at all. Just good, hard racing. And he's able to hold them off here on these last 2 restarts. Fantastic win, Nick Gunther. And I believe that'll either give him the points lead by a point or 2, or he'll be tied with Jack. I'm not sure how the points will pay out here.
I'm pretty sure that if I recall correctly, with it being most laps led and lap led, I think he will have the lead by 2 or 3. I think 2, but we'll find out for sure. Captain Cap, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you a bunch. That one of your guys, Zach?
Yeah, it's my boy Robert Kubat. What's good, Robert? Hope you enjoyed. And yes, you get to hear me twice. You'll deal with it and you'll enjoy it.
Oh, and
And
now I
that's
think
as
it. And now I think it fixed itself.
and that's as much as I'm gonna go. Well, your OBS is bugging, man. We got to get the IT experts on this thing, you know.
Yeah, we got some. We got some work to do. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, Zach, that was amazing. From a spectator perspective, oh man,
Dude,
that was about everything you want.
that was hype. That was just hype, straight up.
Yeah, yeah, that was. I don't think there's too much more that you can ask for out of that one. Nick was able to get the win there. He's telling you to get in. He's telling you to get in VC when we're done here. Um,
I might. We'll see.
yeah, top three there were Nick, Cody, Jack. Dunn will emerge fourth. Unfortunately, I think that may put him really behind the eight ball unless a miracle happens at Vegas. Um, so yeah, I think it's really down to those two, Jack and Nick, at this point. Legitimately, I mean, mathematically, there's going to be a lot of possibility there, but we'll see if those points are getting updated at this time. Let me go ahead and pull it up on the Google sheet. Which, yes, that is how these guys do it. And let's see. I can confirm. Yep, lap led 1. Most laps led 1. And 12, 10. My math tells me 2-point lead Nick Gunther heading into Vegas. Because I don't think Jack ever led a lap. And yep, I'm seeing it now. It is official. It is a 2-point lead for the driver in the number 4. But hey, Vegas, as we know, that is going to be a very competitive race. Um, I think that's a great place to be wrapping it up. I am really, really looking forward to that one. That is going to be next Tuesday. That is the finale race. Of course, that will be right after the Daytona 500 as well on Sunday. Man,
Well, I guess Jack Merkel doesn't want to do an interview because he is left.
I he yeah I know that he was not thrilled after Coca-Cola. I don't think he's going to be thrilled tonight after a few things that have not gone his way. He's going to be hoping that things go his way though at Vegas. But you want to know what's even more impressive that I'm just thinking about? We were talking about Nick doing the last to first challenge.
There it
He's got the
is.
point. He's got the point lead.
Hey, like I said, there's only 10 people out there.
Yeah, hey, it's possible. Strategy got him up there early on, and it all worked out in the long run. What I'm going to do first, though, yeah, since we're not going to be able to talk to Jack,
You want to do
uh,
Cody? Do you want to do the llama or do you want to do the mimic you?
we'll start with the llama, and then we'll
All
get
right, let
we'll
me
get the
poke
mimic you.
him.
I already just did.
All right.
Hey, wake up.
He just said, sure. He has every right to get up here.
User joined your
Yep,
channel.
there we go. Yeah, we were not able to get into the private room, so you're able to join. But Cody, just to confirm, you got a copy.
Hello.
Hello, indeed. A second place for you. I was thinking, like, man, he's up there with a great chance at this. And I gotta say, of all the drivers that were contending for that win, you were easily probably the most aggressive with your corner entry and trying to send it through there. Um, but that was really, really cool to watch. Of course, a little bit of contact there with you in the 4 at one point, but it'll still be a second place finish for you on a track like this. It's got to feel at least pretty dang decent.
I mean, yeah, it just proves that no one learns from the previous races because I believe last year the middle groove was way better if you just were patient with it and you hit pretty good. Um, yeah, nobody learned, and I just said I'm going to be committed with it because I almost won this race last year as well. And as shown, everyone wanted to complain about I can't pass on the bottom. I'm getting brake checked by me. Blah, blah, I'm like, all right, I'll just go around the top, or the middle. And I finally said something under that last caution, or like a couple cautions before the end. I'm like, when are you guys going to learn that? Like last year, just use the middle. Just use the middle. Don't follow Dunn in his footsteps. But yeah. What can you say? For a short track, which still sucks, at least that track you can run the middle, and until people don't decide to learn, I'll just keep running the middle.
Oh man, we got probably
User
two of
joined
our
your
most
channel.
outspoken drivers for interview. And by the way, the two drivers that I have had to fine this season were you two, but but no, that's no. Hey, you found something that was working for you, and that was pretty good stuff. Zach, what you got for Cody?
Yeah, Cody, so saw you utilizing the middle. Do you feel like that burned the right front off more, or do you think it was a little less? Saw you lock it up a few times, so I wasn't sure if that was the case or not.
It's yes and no. For probably a guy like me, running on the keyboard, if I don't hit it perfect, it's going to affect it. And a couple times where I did have those lockups, you just gotta hit it perfect. If you don't hit it perfect, and you don't get that looseness in the middle of the corner to aid you on the exit, you're going to be pushing it. And that was plenty of examples of tonight. I believe when I even took the lead, I knew it from the bottom of my heart. I was like, oh, well, I killed the tire already, so it's probably dead. And then Nick finally got wise of it and got by Dunn for second, and then eventually the lead. And then, it was on from there, really.
It was on, but hey, still a fantastic showing from you, and a great finish. You went for it, everything that you had, and still gonna emerge with a great finish here for the second to last race of the season.
I'm just happy about the qualifying championship. That's it.
Oh yeah, there you go. I think
Considering I missed the first 2 or 3 races, and then to come back at kind of all these weird short tracks and road courses, I think that was pretty. I'm pretty happy with accomplishing that. If I'm able to seal it next week.
that's something that we haven't really discussed too much. Yeah, there's been a qualifying competition, and
There's a 8-point gap for Cody over Mercurio.
Cody, I think, has that one pretty well in the bag at this point.
You don't know. Cody might fumble the bag in Q next week.
The self spin or
I'm
something.
gonna blow my engine.
Wouldn't that just be the way? And then Josh gets the pole. But Cody, great run tonight. Of course, floor is yours for closing thoughts, shout outs, whatever you want. Just no F bombs, please.
Yeah, Cody.
Did I say it? What do you mean?
You dropped. I can't remember which race it was, but you dropped one early in the season.
That's a rare. You better make a clip of that or something.
I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll show it to you.
No, thanks to you guys for broadcasting. I would say my inner passion is gonna say thanks for the short track, but then my outer passions of like short track sucks. Thanks to Josh for having that track. I mean, that is a fun track. I will say, for one of the short tracks, all the ones out there, that is fun because, like I said, you can run the middle. And I don't know. Shout out to the Panthers, even though I have no hockey for next weeks. Shout out to Nick for winning another 1v1.
Another 1v1 on the scorecard there, but hey, I'm sure you guys will have plenty more going forward. I'm sure you guys will be mixing it up at Vegas. Looking forward to it. Great run tonight. Best of luck at Vegas.
I won there.
There you go. Do it again.
I guess.
The Llama has finished second place here tonight. And that will turn it over to the race winner, Nick Gunther, and new point leader, Copy.
Hello.
Hello. 2-point lead for you heading into Las Vegas. Before we get into that too much, though, I'll just ask you about tonight. Of course, your last to first challenge, you pulled it off once again. Got win number 3, I believe. Yeah, Chicago,
I believe so.
Indy, and now tonight. But yeah, easily most laps led. I gotta ask you though, kind of that strategy kind of mishmash between you, Jack, and Dunn. It was just all over the place. Kind of tell me what was going through your head when you were trying to kind of plot that out.
Yeah, I was cooking the rear tires like the Eagles were cooking the Chiefs. So I had to be I had to go Birds Zach. Yeah, I knew like going in, I've always had a problem like cooking my rears more than my fronts at this point. I feel like this is like my tire saving jersey was more about like trying to avoid cooking the right front, but at the same time I'm cooking the right rear, which I'm okay with the truck being loose as heck because I was not getting as much of a turnout of the center as I thought it was. So I just tried pushing the rear tire too more, and I just kept having a habit of doing that over and over again. People were worrying about the front. I was worrying about the right rear because I was just delivering tofu at that point forward. I'm driving a Toyota Corolla now instead of a Dodge Ram. But yeah, to go along with it, I think they were just trying to do a one-stop at that point because I just saw like how far the pace has dropped off completely. When I was lapping done, I had to think to myself, well, he's trying to make it all the way to the end, but he can do it on fuel. I don't know if he could do it on tires because we were wearing out the tires quite a bit. So I had to look at the time like, well, at that point, I could either try for a one-stop or do a Max Verstappen aggressive two-stop with the soft tire and just go along with it. So I chose the option tire strategy, which is to try to go hard with it, and it was working out just fine, to tell you the truth. I was gaining on both Jack and Dunn a second a lap, and then the caution came out at the worst possible time. Like, are you kidding me? I just had this race locked up and ready to rock and roll, and now a caution just comes out and just ruins everything.
Well, it didn't matter, clearly, because you still got her done.
Interdid! I'll stop. I'll not do that ever again. I'll never do that again. I'll never try to Larry the Cable Guy ever again.
Anyways, Nick, so saw you early on, stayed out on that first yellow. How valuable did you feel clean air was? You know, dirty air can push the right front more. So how valuable was clean air for you at the beginning of the race?
It was tough to say the least. I really didn't get a good taste of the clean air at first until the after that pits. I just wanted to see like that beginning of the run was I was banking on another caution, to tell you the truth. I was banking on another caution at like maybe like 20, 30 laps down the road so everyone could come back down pit road again. But then I was like, I'm still able to keep with like a few lap old tires after 20 laps. This is great. Now I just wish for the caution to never come out. So I guess at that point, clean air was just pretty good. Cody found something on the top, which I totally completely forgot, by the way. I actually legitimately forgot all about it. Then I wised up and ran in the middle of the track because the middle line seemed to be a little bit better than the bottom overall. I just run the bottom out of force of habit, really.
Hey, that's fair. Just 2 final questions for you. Since, I mean, I guess this can also go for both of you since you're both still here. That contact for the lead, it looked like it was just hard racing though, but I guess I figured I'd get at least Nick's point of view, or if Cody wants to chime in as well, certainly welcome to. But it seemed like it was just hard racing, honestly.
I was looking at the replay of that. I'm actually still looking at it right now. It looked like we just met in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I could really think of. I mean, obviously, I don't want to do anything malicious against Cody. I mean, it's not llama season as of yet, anyway. But I just wanted to race him hard and clean because Cody and I know we both respect each other. We're both just really hard racers. We always put on great shows for you guys. You know, it doesn't even matter what league we're in. We're always going to put on a show no matter what between the two of us. Just like how Dunn and Jack have their own little show for you guys. It's just, the Dunn and Jack show, but now it's the Nick and Cody show. We always like to put on good shows for you guys. And obviously we just know each other long enough to really not like do anything malicious towards one another. We're not like that. So I mean, mistakes and hard racing incidents can really just happen, unfortunately. And from what I was looking at here, I'm just gonna look at it again. It just looked like none of us really like came up or down. I don't think it's just we kind of just met each other in the middle, trying to fight for that same exact space. And NR sometimes when you just bump in a really specific spot, they just turn around.
Yeah, and in my opinion, when I looked at it, it looked like you held your line and Cody came down like 2 feet, and our netco took care of the rest. So I couldn't really blame it on either one of you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like none of us like really wanted to do anything like malicious towards one another. We were just fighting hard for the lead. Thankfully, it didn't cost Cody that much, really.
It got me fresh tires.
It did.
Yeah, it worked out in the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I think I said, it's just the risk of running the middle. Like when you certain people, you can't really trust them on the bottom. You can obviously trust Niz, but there's people who you can't trust on the bottom. And I had a couple close calls, like majority of the race running that line because no one expects it. And then yeah, it's just how it is because you have to get that cut in the center of the corner. That's the most important thing. And sometimes the truck over rotates a little bit.
Well, it was great hard racing between you guys and Dunn and Jack, and really that was an awesome battle to see there. Nick, final question for you, and then I'll let you have the floor. But this now gives you the 2-point advantage heading into Vegas. How you feeling?
Well, I wasn't expected to be even doing the full season. I mean, I was going to do the full season again, but I just didn't think I was going to be going for the championship. I was just trying to have fun this entire time. That's why I've been starting in the back every single week. I just want to have fun, just going through the field. It just seems like it's just fun for me to just drive through. I mean, I know about the whole qualifying thing gives you more points or whatever, but you don't need qualifying. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, going for I guess at this point the second Winter Truck Series title, especially with the Bobby Hamilton theme that I've been doing this entire season, it actually means a little bit more than the previous one, seeing how like Bobby has always been my favorite go-to guy before he passed, unfortunately. So I always wanted to like that's why most of my schemes are based off of him. Anyway, I mean this one I just wanted to do a hardcore thing with like the whole number, team, font, everything. So. It feels good. I can't wait to reveal the final paint scheme, which I'm pretty sure you guys know what to expect at this point.
I'm looking forward to seeing that thing out on track at Vegas. Hoping you're able to get lucky. Of course, best of luck to Jack as well, and everyone else in that final race. Nick, if there's any other closing thoughts that you want to give, well, you know what to do. You've been up here plenty of times.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not think about doing the Mr. Clean joke. Unfortunately, I was gonna actually do it today, like paint the pit wall and all that, but I had a close call in real life where I lost a left rear tire on my RX-8 on the highway, so I had to call AAA to help me out. This was during a job, on my way to a job interview too, so that just makes it even worse. But I gotta thank those guys for at least giving me some reconsideration there. Now onto the racing stuff. Of course. Gotta thank my YouTube channel, MindiQ77B. We're at 760 some subscribers already. We do NASCAR gaming content mainly, along with some Pokemon game content along the way. We're still doing the NASCAR Thunder 2000 playthrough right now. We might do another playthrough of something else before NASCAR 25 comes out. I'm not so sure yet. Probably Dirt to Daytona. Who knows? Let's see. I'm gonna thank the old Bobby Hamilton tour, of course. We had Dana Tools. We have Lufkin Pro Series. We had Bailey Cigarettes. We have the Square D, of course, being on the truck this week and probably next week as well. No, there's one more. What was the one more? Oh, Fastenal too as well. Got to thank those guys enough too for pulling this whole mashup thing together. And yeah, I got to thank you guys for being in the booth. And of course, thanks to everyone who raced really good today. I want to apologize again to Cody for giving me a tap on the left rear there. I know we just kind of met in the middle. And lastly, I just got to thank for Fortnite Squad Racing for getting a really fast Square D Dodge here. Hopefully we get our fast Square D Dodge at Las Vegas as well.
And we'll be keeping an eye out for you. It's going to be a great battle. I can already tell between you and the 24. I think that probably you two are going to be the final contenders here. So best of luck to you both, and looking forward to seeing what happens. But for now, congrats tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So yeah, final point standings heading into
User left your channel.
the final race. It is Nick Gunther by 2 over Jack. 9 ahead of Dunn. So Dunn is not mathematically out of it, but he's going to pretty much have to hope that those two wreck. Emmanuel Hartnett is 14 back, so he's going to have to hope for a big field. And then everyone else pretty much out of it at this point. But still, hey, Zach, we said it once, we'll say it again. Another barn burner for this series. I know you said, hey, it's what you expect at this point, but dude, that's got to lead to some pretty fun stuff that we're going to see in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Andrew. As
User
you said,
disconnected from your channel.
2-point gap. Nick Gunther now ahead of Jack Merkel for this championship with Dunlaprad not out of it. He's going to need a lot of help, though. 9 points behind Nick. So it's going to be a fun week. It's Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So just forget about it. Get in the moment and go for it. And then when it's all said and done, you get to host the trophy. Celebrate it like no tomorrow. Just don't get any tattoos while you do so.
What happens in Vegas, indeed, stays in Vegas.
Unless you get a tattoo on your face. Then it doesn't stay in Vegas.
Yeah,
Watch
please
The
don't.
Hangover. You'll know what I'm saying.
Please, for the love of everything, do not ever get a tattoo on your face. There's only one person who has ever done that, and it still looks actually remotely cool, and that's Ronnie Radke. Shush, I know what I said. But yeah, we're gonna see these guys playing some blackjack, and we'll see who emerges with the 21. It's gonna be a great race. I'm excited for it.
But before that,
yeah, Thursday, Bomb Squad
Thursday
from
night,
Daytona.
Bomb Squad from Daytona.
I've got all the
stats. I went full Larry Mack on this thing, so I'm ready to party.
You got Larry Mack's number on that one, honestly. I was looking at that. Y'all are going to be in for a real treat. I'm excited. I know that those guys are excited. I don't think I've streamed a race of theirs yet, so that'll be fantastic. I'm looking forward to Hobo because those guys put on some great races with some fantastic car counts. And we got some great stuff in the works for everybody, so I'm stoked. And yeah, we're bringing you guys the action on Thursday. We will start the stream pretty much at 9 o'clock sharp. That way we can get the stage set for everybody heading into the big race for that night. But until then, though, thank you once again, Zach. I look forward to having you up here for these next couple races here. Of course, at Daytona for Bomb Squad and then for Las Vegas. Otherwise, thank you to everyone else for tuning in. We'll see you in a week's time to crown champion here for the NNSCRA Winter Truck Series. We've followed it all season long. We're finally going to emerge the end of it here. Enter those interested. Check out AG the channel on Friday night, premiering at 6:30 Eastern Time. Will be the first race of the Top Dragster Open for that one. So a lot of awesome stuff. I am very, very fortunate to be able to be surrounded by these guys, to be able to call these races. Of course, still going to be on the racetrack plenty of times, but yeah, I'm incredibly fortunate, and thank you to everyone who's helped me get to this point, including you, Zach. Big, big, big thank you. And yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 days' time. It's going to be a great show. Those guys always put on a great show. But until then, stay safe, take care,